Commander of Troops for today's ceremony, Major Brennan H. O'Donnell. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Marine Aircraft Group 14, Commanding Officer Colonel Benjamin W. Grant, welcome to the Change of Command ceremony where Lieutenant Colonel Shockley will relinquish command to Lieutenant Colonel Cody. Today's parade is being executed by the officers and Marines of Marine Fighter Attack Squadron 251. At this time, we would like to recognize all of the distinguished and muskets of yesterday. In those early days, the line of battle was just that, a line of 2 or 3 ranks, and looked much like the parade formation you will see today. The adjutant for today's parade is First Lieutenant Bryce A. DeBoard. Marine Observation Squadron 251 was commissioned on December 1st, 1941, at the dawn of America's entry into World War II. Redesignated as Fighter Squadron VMF-251, served in the Pacific before its deactivation in 1945 and reactivation a year later. Recalled to active service in 1951, the squadron flew the AD-4 Skyraider. The jet age brought new airframes, and the Thunderbolts soon transitioned to the supersonic FAU Crusaders, deploying across the Pacific. In 1961, during the tense period of the Cuban Missile Crisis, they deployed to Guantanamo Bay. In 1964, the Thunderbolts received the legendary F-4 Phantom II and their current redesignation, Marine Fighter Attack Squadron 251. Throughout the Cold War, they supported NATO allies across Europe. A notable moment came in 1982 when the squadron intercepted 6 Soviet Bear bombers over the North Atlantic. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for honors to our national colors. Now taking position in the reviewing area is the reviewing officer for today's parade, Marine Aircraft Group 14, Commanding Officer Colonel Benjamin W. Grant. Now taking his position in the reviewing area is the commanding officer of Marine Fighter Attack Squadron 251, Fighter Attack Squadron 251, and are directed to report for duty at Marine Aircraft Group 14. Signed, Eric M. Smith, General, Commandant of the Marine Corps. From Commandant of the Marine Corps to Lieutenant Colonel Andrew P. Cody, subject Assumption of Command. Effective 12/51, 20 February 2026, you will assume the duties and responsibilities as the commanding officer of the Marine Fighter Attack Squadron 251. Signed, Eric M. Smith, General, Commandant of the Marine Corps. Ladies and gentlemen, the reviewing officer for today's ceremony is Colonel Benjamin W. Grant. The commanding officer would like to invite all former commanding officers of Marine Fighter Attack Squadron 251 to join him in the reviewing area at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, as the national anthem passes in front of you, you are reminded to stand and render appropriate honors.
The mission we gave to the squadron was simple. Provide the Joint Force Commander a lethal team of 5th-gen fighters able to win Night 1 Waypoint. You gotta know the why. You gotta know
6 p.m. Stop by, grab a plate, grab a drink, say hello. Come and go as you please. If anyone's getting on the road sooner than that, please join us at our house here on base at 5 Powder Drive, where any T-boat or friend of the T-boat will always be welcome at any point day or night. Thank you all again for being here. God bless America. Custos Calorum, Semper Fidelis.
The maintenance commander is Captain Walker.
Sir, this concludes the parade. Dismiss the staff. Aye, sir. Staff, dismiss.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. On behalf of the commanding officer, officers, and Marines of Marine Fighter Attack Squadron 251, thank you for your attendance.